So after these 2 crazy months, we were able to close $1.7 million from the following. Sherman Pishavar of Menlo Ventures, he was our lead there at the top. And although we had many offers from different groups, we ended up having about $7.5 million on the table offered to us from about 24 different investment groups. We had the luxury of choosing, we like you, not you. But the reason why I chose Sherman from at the top was I think he understood how rookie I was and how naive I was. He didn't take advantage of me, but he kind of played my game. Anyways, like this is not how it typically works. Usually, anyways, we're in the meeting. Sherman Pishavar is across the table from me, and he's like, "We love you, and we'd like to make you an offer right now." And he like pulls over this manila envelope and like signs something, closes it, and like slides it across the table to me. I open it up and there's like a document or spreadsheet or something. I don't know what it means, and I'm looking at it. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at. I close it and I slide it over to my partner, who knew that I had no clue what I was looking at. He opens it up, and I like lean over like, tell him, what's it say? And he like just whispers in my ear. He's like, I think we're millionaires. And then slides it back to me. I close it and I slide it back to him, and I was like, yeah, like this looks pretty good. And so that's how we closed our deal with Sherman Pishavar. We also had Google Ventures involved, Ogden, Troy Carter. Sorry. Not sure where that's coming from. And then, is that giving you feedback as well? Can you hear that? Okay, I'll try to work through it. Anyways, yeah, we were able to set up shop. What happens when you give kids a lot of money? They go get like the coolest office space they can find. They make company t-shirts, and they hire their buddies. And so our team grew from the 3 of us co-founders. We're now 10. We have an office in Provo and one in San Francisco. And then this is the last thing I wanted to close on, and then we'll do a Q&A as much as you guys want. From the very beginning, not being tech savvy, I had when I was at BYU and I was trying to learn about this whole space, investors and whatnot, they said go to TechCrunch and just subscribe to TechCrunch. And so that's how I started to learn how this world worked, was by reading TechCrunch articles. And of all the TechCrunch writers, I had one that I had especially connected with, and it was Alexia, one of the top writers there at TechCrunch. So from the beginning, it was like my lifelong dream to create something cool enough that Alexia would write about it. Anyways, this is like 3 weeks ago. We hadn't publicly announced our funding, and I'm in San Francisco. We hired a PR firm, and it was their job to get us into whatever media channels they could. And I said, look, I have this school. I want to be in TechCrunch, and I want Alexia to write about it, and I also want to meet her in person. They're like, okay, well, she doesn't do interviews in person, and she's really hard to get a hold of, and even TechCrunch is hard to, get a hold of, but we'll see what we can do. So they called me back like, hey, great news, you're going to be at TechCrunch. Sarah Perez is going to interview you. She's in Florida, so let's be over the phone tomorrow. Our goal was to launch we were set to announce on February 24th, and this is February 23rd. And I woke up that morning, and I was like, you know what? At the end of this day, I'm either going to write about this day in my journal or I'm not. And I'll be honest, if Sarah Perez writes this story, I'm going to be a little bit sad, and I decided to be stubborn about it, and I emailed my PR group, and I was like, I think we should cancel on Sarah Perez. And they're like, whoa, like, we're lucky that TechCrunch is even covering the story. That would be a bad decision. So I wrote him back saying, look, either way you're going to get paid. If this all goes to pot, I'll take the blame, and I won't let it go to pot. You hired us to be your PR counsel, and so we're counseling you. Do not do this. It'll be a mistake. It was like a half hour before my interview with Sarah Perez, and I pulled the plug and canceled on her. And they're like, well, what are you going to do? And I said, as far as I understand, I have 8 hours to get a hold of Alexia and try to get her to interview me in person and write the story. So me and my team are tweeting her, texting her, emailing her, Facebooking her, whatever we could do. Finally, it is 2:40, and I get a Facebook message from her saying, if you can make it down to TechCrunch headquarters in 10 minutes, I'll give you 10 minutes of my time before my 3 p.m. meeting. I didn't see that Facebook message for 5 minutes. And by that time, she had sent me a second message saying, are you even there? So I just jumped on my computer. Yes, I'm here. I'm on my way by. Grab my bike, sprint out the office door, and just sprint it across San Francisco. So, up and down the hills until I get there. Come bursting through the TechCrunch doors, sweaty mess by that time. And she literally, this is like, she's just sitting there like typing at her computer, and I come up behind her and she's like, go ahead, talk. And she's just like typing, and I was like, and she's like, I can multitask, talk. And I just like sat there, just super awkward, and I was just like, And finally she like stops, hits send, tweets it out, like tweets her story, publish, whatever, and then her phone just starts going crazy, like retweet, retweet, retweet. And then finally she looks at me, she's like, what? Like, are you gonna talk? So I gave her like my quick pitch, and she's like, ooh, QR codes, kinda hate them. And then she's like, why is this different? And I explained to her, like, this is what we're doing different. She's like, huh, interesting. Okay, I can see what you mean. What's your website? She goes to the website and she's like, this looks nice. Who's invested? And I tell her, our Australian professor. She's like, okay, do you want to walk me to my 3 p.m.? Of course. She's like, okay, walk with me. And what was supposed to be 10 minutes ended up making her late to her 3 p.m. because she spent a good like 45 minutes chatting with me. And then say our goodbyes. But I gotta be honest, I was more concerned in developing a relationship with Alexia than I was like giving her the facts. The facts are available online. I emailed her a press release. She hadn't. So I took the 45 minutes and just talked all about her. And so by the end, she's like, Garret, thank you. This was a really good time. Yeah, I'll cover your story, but I need to know more, so I'll call you tonight. So I go back, walking like a king back into my office. Like, I did it, but the PR team's like, no, you don't understand. She'll say these kind of promises all the time. She's flaky, she drops off. Like, don't bank on it. And I was like, all right. Like, I thought she liked me, but we'll see. Anyways, we're waiting, and by this time, like, we're all huddled around my computer. It was literally 11:30 p.m., and everything was supposed to go live at midnight. Hadn't heard from her, and literally on the dot, I have on my phone like 11:31 says, Alexia followed you on Twitter. Like, there's a sign, and then I get a direct message from her saying something like, "Why is this so great?" And I was like, "Oh shoot, she's having doubts. Like, why now?" And so I send her a response, and she goes, "Who are your competitors, and why do they like how you set yourselves apart?" And I respond. And literally, there's just DM after DM on Twitter from 11:30 to about 5 before midnight. At 5 before midnight, her last direct message to me says, "Don't hate me, but I'm going to publish this 1 minute before midnight, and I break the rules." And I said, "I stalked you for 24 hours. Don't hate me, and we'll call it a deal." She goes, "Yeah." And at 11:59, right before we launched, her story goes live. It's a long, great personal story, images, like videos. We were going crazy. We were just dancing in the office. Like, it was incredible. And then for the next, 48 hours, my phone had this turn to go crazy. Like, so-and-so apologies, so-and-so apologies, so-and-so apologies. Because that was the power of Alexia and her 50,000 loyal, active followers. Anyways, so going back to this scruffy old picture when we first got together, that was before